Welcome back. This is our day 3 for the video. Should be about 5 to 7 minutes again. So what I'd suggest before we start, to make sure that you are not watching this before before you've done rational radical form, that first worksheet, just the ones without negatives. So make sure you practice that first. So if you want to title your notes, today was Wednesday the 1st. We're doing rational radical form. Again, we're going to evaluate without a calculator. So if you want to write the 3 problems that I have 32 to the negative 3/5, 32 to the negative 3/5. I have 27 to the negative 2/3. And then for 3, I have 3 times 8 to the 1/3 power. So we are going to look through those 3 problems together, and then I have a practice for you on this. Okay, so we're going to set it up the same way that we did. So make your radical symbol. Our base is 32. This is 32 to the negative 3/5. So there's different ways you can do this, but I think this makes sense. Hopefully it'll make sense to you. So let's put the root make sure you don't do that as the negative. So let's do still the 5th root of 32, and then let's make the power. One of them needs to be negative, but let's do negative 3 for our power. And then you could have flipped it first, but I think we'll flip it at the end. So 5th root of 32. Again, we have 8 and 4. Let's break it down. 4. If you already know this, it's all right, but I'm just gonna. Okay, so it looks like we have 5 2's here. So the 5th root of 32 means what times itself 5 times is 32. So you can see that we have five of those 5 2's there. So we are going to say it's 2. What power is that? Negative 3. So think back to our exponent unit. What did we do when we had a negative exponent? Remember, it doesn't make it a negative value. It's from the exponential growth model. It's getting closer and closer to 0, but it's never going to cross that line. So what it does, remember, it just flips it. So it makes it 1 over 2 cubed. 2 to the 3rd is 8. So it'd be 1 over 8. 1 over 2 to the 3rd would be 8. Okay, so the number 2 I have is 27 to the negative 2/3. So we have the cube root of 27. So remember, the bottom numbers are root. The top is our power. We'll make that the negative 2. So I'd say the cube root of 27 to the negative 2 power. So what times itself 3 times is 27? Again, if you're not sure, let's break it down. Okay, it looks like I have 9 and 3, and then 9 is 3 and 3. I have 3 3's. So what is the cube root of 27 is 3. And then we have, what's our power here? It's negative 2. And again, that makes that our fraction smaller, getting closer to 0. So that makes it 1 over 3 squared, which is 9. So 1 over 9 is, so if you make sure you can write it like this to start with, but then if it's something that you can do in your head mentally, I want you to write it out. So it's 1 over 9. Okay, so if you look at 3, I have 3 times 8 to the 1/3. So if you look, I can't multiply 3 times 8, because if you think about 8, that means the cube root of 8. We did our radical unit. Could we multiply a whole number by a radical? No, we had to simplify it first. So here, simplify. So this means 3 times, I can just write it as the cube root of 8. So what is the cube root of 8? If you already know it, that's fine. Write it down if you need to break it down. We got 4 and 2. So we have 3 2's. We need 3 of the same thing for 8, which would be 2. So then we still have a 3 out front. The cube root of 8 is 2, and when we bring it out, we always multiply. So it's 3 times 2, which is 6. So break down, so 8 to the 1/3, you've got to simplify exponents. So if you think about order of operations, you've got to simplify your power first. So this means cube root of 8, it's power divided by root. So it's 8 to the 1st. You don't need to write that 1 there, that's already implied. And then figure that out, and then multiply by the 3 after. All right, so on today's assignment that's due for Thursday, I want you to, you're going to attach it or email it to me. I will give you, like, say, fix question 3, fix 5, and I want that turned back in by Friday, any corrections. So Friday is just a makeup day, or if you need to get caught up, you should be done by Thursday, and you might have a correction to finish on Friday. All right, have a great rest of your week.